Let the right man find you. I am worthy of love just as I am. I do not chase love. I allow it to come naturally. I know that when I align with my true self, the right person will recognize me with ease. I release all fear and doubt about love. Every experience has brought me closer to clarity. I now welcome love with an open, trusting heart. I am a magnet for healthy, harmonious relationships. As I radiate self, love, and confidence, I attract only those who honor and cherish my presence. I let go of the past with grace. I do not need to relive old stories. I forgive and free myself so that love can enter in its purest form. I trust the timing of my life. There is no rush. The right man is finding his way to me in divine timing, perfectly orchestrated by the universe. I nourish myself with kindness and joy. The more I love my own company, the more I prepare a space for someone who will love me deeply and truly. I am aligned with the vibration of love. I choose thoughts, words, and actions that reflect my desire for true partnership. I am safe to be seen, heard, and loved. I no longer dim my light to fit in. I shine fully, knowing that the right man will be drawn to my authenticity. Love flows to me effortlessly. I don't have to force anything. The love that is meant for me will recognize me by the way my soul speaks. I welcome a relationship that enhances my joy. I no longer seek someone to complete me. I am whole. I now allow someone to walk beside me in love, respect, and joy. I open my heart to the truth that love begins within me. I no longer seek validation from the outside world. I am already whole, already lovable, already enough. I trust that my very being radiates a frequency that speaks to the soul of the one who is meant for me. I gently release the need to chase or convince anyone of my worth. Love is not earned through struggle or sacrifice. Love is my birthright, and I choose now to receive it with grace and ease. I know that the right presence in my life will arrive without force, drawn by the natural light of my authenticity. As I deepen my connection with myself, I discover a sacred peace that guides me. I no longer look outside for someone to fill an emptiness. There is no emptiness. There is only space. Space for a love that honors, respects, and uplifts all that I am. Every time I choose to be true to myself, I step more fully into alignment with the energy of divine love. I do not perform, pretend, or hide to be loved. I simply show up as I am and trust that the right soul will see the beauty in my truth. I affirm with every breath that I am lovable without needing to prove or pursue. I walk in confidence, knowing that real love does not require pursuit. It flows effortlessly toward those who stand in their worth. I no longer equate being chosen with being valued. I already choose myself each day. And in doing so, I send out a signal, a vibration, that can only be met by someone who sees me clearly and meets me with the same energy of respect and reverence. The right person will not be confused by my light. He will not run from my depth or fear my strength. He will recognize it as a reflection of his own. I do not chase love because I know that love which is true does not hide or flee. It meets me with calm certainty. My energy is a mirror of what I attract. When I walk in love, love walks toward me. When I rest in stillness, love finds me there. I no longer reach outward with desperation. I trust the quiet power of becoming. There is no need for me to strive or struggle. Love that is real does not arrive through tension. It appears in the space where peace and self-trust live. As I grow in patience and joy, I grow more visible to the one who is meant to walk with me. In every moment, I remind myself that I am already loved by life itself. I do not need to seek love because I am love. The right connection is already on its way to me, drawn not by what I do, but by who I truly am. I take a deep breath and allow the weight of old fears to melt away. I no longer carry the wounds of the past into my present. Each hurt, each heartbreak, has simply been a step toward the love I am now ready to receive. I bless the lessons and release the pain. I choose to let go of the stories that tell me love is unsafe, uncertain, or painful. Those were echoes of old patterns, not reflections of what love truly is. Love in its purest form is gentle, supportive, and free. I open myself to that truth now. I no longer question if I am lovable or if love is meant for me. I know that love is always available, flowing freely through me and to me. My heart no longer needs armor. It is safe now to be soft, to be seen, and to be open. Every past relationship has given me greater clarity about what I desire and deserve. I do not regret a single experience. They have refined my vision and deepened my wisdom. I am no longer afraid. I am prepared. I release the doubt that whispers I must settle, chase, or prove myself to be loved. Love requires no performance. It only asks for presence. I now trust that being who I truly am is more than enough. My heart is no longer closed by fear. It is expanded by trust. I trust myself to choose wisely. I trust the universe to guide me lovingly. I trust love to find me when I am ready, and I am ready now. I affirm that it is safe to love and be loved. I no longer expect pain where I should expect peace. I no longer brace for disappointment. I embrace the joy that love brings when it is rooted in truth and care. I no longer resist love's arrival by clinging to fear. I create space within me for love to grow. My openness is my invitation. My healing is my preparation. I am ready to welcome love with clear eyes and a trusting heart. Fear once kept me in protection, but now love invites me into expansion. I do not fear being hurt because I know that I have the strength to move through anything. Love is no longer a risk. It is a gift I choose to receive. In this moment, I align with love's energy. I let it guide me, soothe me, and hold me. I walk forward in faith, knowing that as I release fear, love flows toward me freely and without resistance. I stand tall in the truth of who I am. I no longer seek approval or chase affection. I become it. With every loving thought I hold about myself, I call forth relationships that reflect that same loving energy back to me. Myself, love, is a radiant light, and it naturally draws those who recognize and respect its glow. I do not beg for attention or settle for crumbs. I now attract those who are ready to meet me with equal depth, equal care, and equal joy. I affirm that only relationships rooted in mutual respect, kindness, and emotional balance are welcome in my life. Anything less simply falls away, for it cannot thrive in the presence of my elevated energy. I choose to see myself through the eyes of love, and in doing so, I teach others how to treat me. My boundaries are loving. My voice is clear. My presence is powerful, and the right people respond to that power with admiration and integrity. I no longer feel drawn to chaos or confusion. Harmony is now my standard. Peace is my compass. I attract partners who bring calm, not conflict, joy, not drama, growth, not games. As I nourish myself with acceptance and care, I become a mirror for the relationships I desire. I now magnetize love that is whole, balanced, and beautiful. I am no longer attracted to pain because I no longer carry pain within me. Every interaction is a reflection of the relationship I hold with myself. As I elevate that relationship, the world around me shifts. The people I meet reflect my new vibration, one of clarity, compassion, and confidence. I know now that my energy speaks louder than my words, and because I vibrate with self-respect, I naturally draw those who honor my time, my truth, and my heart. My presence is sacred, my energy is valuable, and I now attract those who treat me as such, not because I demand it, but because it is the only frequency I now allow into my life. Love flows to me easily now, wrapped in mutual understanding and gentle joy. I no longer reach outward, I simply align inward, and the right relationships find their way to me effortlessly. I breathe deeply and allow the weight of the past to fall from my shoulders. The old stories no longer define me. I am not my pain, I am not my mistakes. I am the wisdom I gained from them, and that wisdom now sets me free. I honor every chapter of my life for what it taught me, but I do not carry the sorrow forward. I release the need to replay old memories, conversations, or regrets. I bless them and let them go, making space for something new and beautiful to take root. I forgive myself for the times I accepted less than I deserved. I forgive others for not knowing how to love me. I no longer hold anger or resentment in my heart, because I understand that forgiveness is the doorway to peace. With every breath, I am unbinding myself from patterns that no longer serve me. I do not have to repeat the past. I am free to write a new story, one filled with trust, love, and tenderness. The pain I once held was never meant to be permanent. It was only passing through, teaching me how to rise, how to soften, and how to love more deeply. I honor the lessons, but I no longer cling to the wounds. As I let go, I rise into a lighter, freer version of myself. My heart opens wider, no longer guarded by fear or hardened by disappointment. I now make space for love to arrive in its truest and most healing form. I do not need to understand everything to move on. Some things are meant to be felt, forgiven, and released. I trust that what is behind me is complete. I trust that what is ahead of me is guided. My past is no longer my prison. It is my teacher. And now that the lesson is learned, I choose liberation. I step into the present with open arms, ready to receive love without baggage, bitterness, or blame. There is power in my surrender. There is beauty in my release. I am not stuck in yesterday. I am here now, whole, healed, and available for the kind of love that lifts and sustains. Each time I choose grace over grief, I rise. Each time I choose peace over pain, I transform. I am no longer bound to what once was. I am now open to what can be. I rest in the gentle, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. I do not need to chase, control, or question. Love is not late, and I am not behind. The path is being prepared, and so am I. There is no urgency in true love. I release the pressure to hurry, to settle, or to make something happen. I trust that the universe is weaving a beautiful story for me, and every moment of waiting is part of that sacred design. I know that what is meant for me cannot be missed. I do not need to compete with time. I align with it. I know that the perfect connection is on its way, moving through its own journey to meet me right on time. With each day, I become more aligned with the love I desire. I am growing, healing, and learning. So is he. And when the time is right, our paths will cross with ease, without confusion or delay. I let go of comparison. I do not measure my journey by others. What is for me will never require rushing or forcing. It will arrive gently, clearly, and with a sense of peaceful certainty. I am no longer focused on the clock. I am focused on becoming. I tend to my heart, my joy, and my truth. I know that as I nurture my inner world, the outer world responds in perfect time. Divine timing is not always understood, but it is always right. I trust that the universe is orchestrating every detail, aligning every step, and protecting me from what is not meant for me. I release impatience and embrace presence. Each moment is an opportunity to prepare, to align, to deepen my love for myself. The more I trust, the more I relax into the flow of what's coming. I do not fear delays because I understand they are part of divine preparation. Nothing is wasted. Every pause is purposeful. The love that's meant for me is moving toward me, just as I am moving toward it. In this stillness I find peace, in this patience I find power. I trust the timing of my life completely, and I welcome the right man at the right time. With an open heart and unwavering faith, I begin each day by choosing kindness toward myself. I speak to myself with gentleness, honor my needs, and celebrate the beauty of who I am. Myself care is not a luxury. It is a sacred act of love. I no longer wait for someone else to bring me happiness. I create it within. I fill my days with small joys, quiet moments of peace, and meaningful connection with my own heart. My life is already rich and full because I am present in it. Loving my own company is a gift I give to myself. I no longer fear solitude. I embrace it. In this quiet space, I hear my truth, feel my power, and return to the essence of who I am. Every act of self-love prepares me for deeper connection. I do not look for someone to complete me. I am already whole. I simply make room for someone who recognizes and cherishes that wholeness. I no longer seek outside validation. I validate myself with my actions, my thoughts, and the way I honor my journey. This love I offer inward reflects outward, attracting only those who mirror the same depth. The more I tend to my joy, the more magnetic I become. Joy is my natural state, and it draws to me those who align with its light. I don't need to perform or please. I simply need to be. I trust that those who are meant to walk with me will be drawn to the peace I cultivate within myself. I do not need to seek or chase. I simply live a life that feels good to me, and in doing so, love finds its way. I create a home within myself that is warm, welcoming, and filled with grace. Whoever enters this space must come with honor, with care, and with the same energy I offer myself daily. I am no longer waiting to be chosen. I choose myself over and over again, and from that place of deep devotion, I naturally invite a partner who sees my value and treats it as sacred. I am my own source of light. I dance in my own rhythm, and in the joy of loving myself, I prepare the perfect space for love to arrive, not to rescue, but to rejoice in all that I already am. With every breath, I attune myself to the energy of love. I choose to think loving thoughts, speak kind words, and take actions that honor the type of relationship I wish to create. I am no longer available for anything that doesn't reflect love's highest expression. I understand that love is not just something I attract. It is something I become. I embody the qualities I long for: patience, honesty, compassion, and presence. In doing so, I naturally align with the kind of partnership that mirrors my own inner state. My thoughts are seeds, and I plant only those that grow peace, joy, and connection. I release the narratives that say love is hard, painful, or out of reach. I now believe that love is near, abundant, and always flowing toward me. I speak words that uplift and affirm love's presence in my life. I speak as if love is already here, because in truth it is. Love lives in my actions, in the way I care for myself, and in how I engage with the world around me. Each day I choose behaviors that support my vision of a true partnership. I set healthy boundaries, I honor my needs, and I make space in my life, emotionally and energetically, for love to enter with ease. I no longer act from fear or scarcity. I no longer chase what isn't meant for me. I act from love, knowing that the right relationship responds not to desperation, but to grounded clarity and self-worth. I move through life with the calm confidence of someone who knows love is not a question, but a certainty. I am vibrationally aligned with trust, intimacy, and mutual respect, and that is exactly what I attract. I give what I wish to receive. I listen with an open heart, love without manipulation, and share my truth without fear. I know that the energy I offer returns to me multiplied in the form of soulful, authentic connection. I do not need to pretend or perform to find love. I simply live in integrity with my deepest desires. When I am aligned with love, everything I seek begins to seek me, too. I am a living embodiment of love's energy. It radiates from me, surrounds me, and draws to me only that which is true, nurturing, and lasting. I stand in the fullness of who I am, knowing that I am safe in my truth. I no longer hide the tender parts of me, nor do I silence my voice to make others comfortable. I am worthy of being seen exactly as I am. Each time I choose authenticity over approval, I grow stronger in love. I let go of the need to shrink, mask, or soften my brilliance to belong. I now understand that the right man will not be intimidated by my light. He will be inspired by it. My presence is a gift, and I no longer apologize for it. I speak with clarity, move with confidence, and trust that my true essence is what will draw the right soul toward me. There is nothing about me that needs to be hidden to be loved. I know now that real love does not ask me to compromise who I am. It invites me to be more of myself. I do not need to twist, shape, or change to fit into someone else's story. I am writing my own, and the right person will want to be part of it. I feel safe in my body, my words, and my truth. I trust that I can be open without fear, honest without regret, and vulnerable without danger. My safety does not come from others, it comes from within. I no longer confuse love with performance. I do not earn affection through perfection. I am already enough. The more I live in my light, the more I call in those who recognize and cherish my radiance. The right man will not be threatened by my voice. He will want to hear it. He will listen with reverence, speak with respect, and see the woman behind the words with clear, loving eyes. There is a deep peace that comes from being fully expressed. I allow myself to feel it now. I breathe into my freedom, knowing that I no longer have to hide parts of me to be accepted. I shine not to impress, but because it is who I am. This light is not arrogance. It is authenticity. It is joy. It is the vibration of a woman who is no longer afraid to be fully loved. I am magnetic in my truth. I am radiant in my openness. And I know with certainty that the man meant for me will be drawn not to a version of me, but to the real, whole, beautiful truth of me. I move through life with ease, knowing that I do not have to chase what is already mine by divine design. Love finds me in the quiet moments, in the soft spaces where I am simply being myself. I trust this flow. I no longer believe that love must be hard or full of effort. I let go of control, let go of proving, let go of reaching. I allow love to arrive naturally, gracefully, and in its own perfect way. There is nothing I need to push. I radiate a frequency that speaks louder than words. My soul has its own language, gentle, wise, and unmistakable. The love that is meant for me will feel this language and respond without hesitation or confusion. I no longer chase love with fear in my heart. I allow it to meet me with peace in my spirit. I don't need to convince anyone of my worth. The right person will feel it without explanation. There is a rhythm to my life, a sacred timing, and I no longer try to skip steps. I trust the unfolding. I trust that love is already in motion, already making its way to me with grace and clarity. I let go of the belief that I must work to be chosen. I know now that I am already chosen by the very love I am becoming. There is no need to rush or grasp. Love flows, and I allow it to move freely through me. My soul carries a truth that cannot be overlooked by the one who is meant to love me. There is a recognition that happens not in the eyes, but in the heart. That recognition is inevitable, effortless, and divine. I rest in the knowing that I am enough as I am. Love doesn't arrive because I tried harder. It arrives because I surrendered more deeply to who I truly am. I am not here to perform, I am here to receive. The love I am calling in knows my name not by sound, but by vibration. It finds me by the calm in my energy, the strength in my softness, the light in my authenticity. I do not need to reach, I need only to be. I walk in alignment, I speak in honesty, and I live in love. From this space I attract everything meant for me. Love flows effortlessly into my life, not because I force it, but because I now believe I deserve it. I open my heart to a relationship that uplifts my spirit and multiplies my happiness. I no longer look to another to fill a void or fix what feels incomplete within me. I stand in my wholeness, inviting love that celebrates my fullness. I recognize that true partnership is not about needing someone to complete me, but about sharing my complete self with another. I offer my joy freely, and I welcome the joy that flows back in return, creating a dance of mutual love and respect. I release the old belief that love is about dependence or sacrifice. Instead, I choose connection that supports growth, encourages freedom, and nurtures both of us to be our best selves. In this new space, I allow love to be light, fun, and inspiring. I welcome a partner who adds to my life's brightness, who walks beside me with kindness and integrity, and who values me as an equal. I no longer carry expectations that weigh down my heart. Instead, I hold an open invitation for love to enter naturally, bringing with it laughter, peace, and a deep sense of belonging. I honor my journey and the strength it has given me. I now welcome someone to share in the beauty of a life fully lived, a life that is already rich, vibrant, and joyful. Love is no longer about completion. It is about celebration. I celebrate myself, my partner, and the unique bond we create together, built on trust, respect, and genuine happiness. I step forward with confidence, knowing that the right relationship will honor my boundaries, cherish my heart, and encourage my dreams. This is the love I deserve and the love I am ready to receive. I embrace the joy that comes from walking life's path with a partner who sees me fully, loves me deeply, and stands beside me in both challenge and triumph. With an open heart and a peaceful mind, I welcome a love that enhances my joy and honors my wholeness. Together, we create a life of harmony, laughter, and endless possibility. As I step into the gentle flow of life, I release all resistance and trust that the right man is already on his way to me. I know that love is not something I must chase or force. It is a natural unfolding that happens when I honor my own worth and embrace my true self. In this sacred space of patience and self-love, I open my heart wide to receive the love that is meant for me. I am whole and complete, just as I am, and I no longer seek someone to fill a void or fix a broken place. Instead, I invite a partner who will walk beside me with respect, kindness, and joy, a love that enhances my life without diminishing who I am. I trust that this union will be built on mutual understanding, compassion, and the shared commitment to grow together in love. Every step I take towards self, love, and healing prepares me for the deep connection I desire. I release the past with grace and welcome the present moment with open arms, knowing that the lessons I have learned have brought me closer to clarity and readiness. I am safe, I am worthy, and I am deserving of a love that is tender, true, and lasting. I affirm that the universe is conspiring in my favor, orchestrating every detail of my journey with divine wisdom and perfect timing. I surrender the need to control and instead choose to flow with trust and faith. Love arrives not because I demand it, but because I align with its energy and allow it to find me effortlessly. In this place of peace and acceptance, I shine my authentic light without hesitation or fear. I am a beacon for the love that honors my soul, and I know that when I am true to myself, the right man will be drawn to my light naturally. Together, we will create a relationship rooted in love, respect, and joy, one that reflects the highest expression of our shared journey.